Hello all, welcome to the DevOps Planet. So in this course, we have already seen that how we can start a Docker container, how we can launch a Docker container, how we can execute the commands over the Docker container and set up Apache2 server. So in my previous video, we have covered all these things. Now in continuation of that course, in this video, we are going to see how we can automatically start the Apache2 whenever our container start and stop, and also how we can create a image from our running Docker container. So first, let's see whether our container is running or not. So let me check the container is running here, and let me check the IP of this container. So the command is sudo docker inspect and the container name. So this is the IP. Let me copy it and let me paste it on browser and press enter. So my page is accessible. It means that my service inside the Docker container is running fine. Now, let's suppose if I stop this container and restart it, then what will happen? So first let me stop this container. So the command is sudo docker stop and the container name. So now this command will stop my Docker container. So once my Docker container is stopped, the Apache2 server inside the Docker container will also get stopped. So now our Docker container is stopped. So if I execute this docker ps command, which give us the list of running containers, you will see it doesn't return any output right now. Now again, let me start this container. So the command is docker start and the container name. Now once the Docker container start, we will see whether the Apache2 service is running or not. So the container has started, and let me check the IP. So is it same or changed? So the IP is same, and let me go to the browser and refresh this page. So I can see the error message that this site can't be reached. Now let me log in inside the Docker container and let me check whether my Apache 2 service is running or not. So this is the command, and also I need to pass the container name here. That is demo1. So we have already seen these things in my previous video. So if you haven't watched those videos, I would recommend you go first those parts. So let me check the Apache 2 status. So as we can see that Apache 2 is not running. So when we stop our container and start our container again, the container is started, but the service doesn't start. So what we can do, we can enable the Apache 2. So for this, I'm going to show you that how we can automatically start the Apache 2 when the Docker container is started. So for this, we have one file. So let me go the root directory, and we have seen a file here that is .bash file. So this is the file that execute every time whenever a bash or shell connection is started or when we start our Docker container. So if I write my Apache to start command inside this container, so whenever I will start this container, this file will execute, and along with that file, the command will also get execute. So let me edit this file. Okay, so Vim is not installed here. The Vim command not found. So let me install this Vim editor first. So and I'm passing the hyphen y, so it will not ask for prompt, will not ask for any confirmation. So now it is installing the Vim tool on my Docker container so that I can edit that BSRC file. So the Vim has been installed now. Now let me execute this command again. So now it's working, and I'm going in the last of this file and I'm adding this file. And here I'm writing the command to start the Apache 2. So that is service Apache 2 start, and I'm saving this file. So I have written the Apache 2 start command in this file, and currently we can see that Apache 2 is not running. So it's not running. Now let me exit this container, and I'm going to again stop this container. As we see previously that when we stop it, it started, the Apache 2 was not running. But now let's see what happened this time, whether the .src file work well or not. And now let me start this container. So we have started. Now let me log in inside the container. So as you can see, as I logged in, it print me a message because that src file again execute. So if I check the service status, I can see it's running, and on the browser also, if I refresh the page, I can access the server. Now again, let me stop this container because don't get confused that when I logged in inside the container, at that time the Apache 2 started. No, it was started when I start the container. So let me show you that again. So I'm again stopping the container, and let me refresh the page, and you will see that error, that site can't be reached. So the service has also stopped. Now let me start the container. So here I am starting the container. So as I start the container, in backend it execute that .src file. Now if I refresh this page, I can see the server is accessible. So that is the one point. Now next is, let's suppose you set up this Docker container and you install everything which is needed. You install the Vim tool inside that. You set up the Apache 2 server. But what if you need to do these things again? So in that case, what you will do, you will again launch a Docker container, again install servers and other tools. So to solve this problem, what we can do, we can create our customized image from this Docker container. So now let me show you how that thing will work. So first let me create a image. So the command is sudo docker commit. Docker commit is the command to create the Docker image from the container. Here I need to pass the container name, that from which container I want to create my image, and then I need to pass the image name. So I'm passing the image name my image, and I'm passing the tag or version, that is v1. So once I press enter, what it will do, it will create another image, a new image from the from this demo1 container, and that image will have already Apache 2 configured and the Vim tool installed, because we have done those steps in our Docker container. So now the image creation has been done, and if I execute this sudo docker images command, so as we can see, a new image has been created. This is the size of the image, and you can see it is very much high as compared to the Ubuntu image, because this is the base image, and here in this image we have installed Apache 2 and Vim tool also. Now let me log in, launch a container from this image. So command is sudo docker run -dit. Here we need to pass the container name. So demo1 is already running. I'm passing the demo2 here. And in case of Ubuntu image, I'm passing my image. So I'm passing my image version 1. Okay. We did something wrong in the command. So the command is sudo docker run. Okay. We need to pass the hyphen name parameter here. So let me press enter. Okay. So now it has launched a container from this image, that is my image version 1. So if I execute the sudo docker ps command, I can see a demo2 container has is started and it's running from this image and 15 seconds ago. Now if I get the IP of this container, so I'm using the docker inspect command and passing the name of the container demo2. So this is the IP of this container. So let me copy it. So as we have already installed the Apache 2, we have enabled the Apache 2 in base.rc file. So if I pass this IP address and try to connect with the server, it should work. So as we can see, this Apache 2 service is running over this new container. So on this new container demo 2, I have not installed anything. I haven't logged in inside the container. I have just launched this container using my image. And this my image I have created from this demo 1 container. And in the demo 1 container, I have installed the Apache 2 server and the Vim tools. So if I logged in inside this demo 2 container, so let me pass the name here. So it again shows us the message. It's again started the Apache 2 service because it is written on the base.rc file. And if I check the base.rc file, so you remember we installed the Vim tool. So Vim tool also must be available here. So, so as you see, the Vim tool work and the service Apache 2 start command is also here. So that is how we can create the image from a running Docker container. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching this.